Hey everybody, this is that drummer guy Josh Runquist, and I'm here with Bruce from Warbeast, who's going to be opening up down here at 1st Avenue in Minneapolis, Minnesota. How's it going?
Pretty good so far, man. Happy to be here.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. It's my first time seeing any of the bands on the bill tonight, and I've been looking forward to this tour for a very long time.
Me too. I mean, this is our first show ever in Minneapolis, and so far I like the venue, and everybody's been really cool to us.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, and Prince is actually paying you tonight to play here, so that's pretty cool.
Hey, something I didn't know.
Oh yeah, Prince owns 1st Avenue. So.
Wow, that means I know I played here a long time ago now with Rigor Mortis.
Yeah, that sounds right. They've been through 1st Avenue before. Yeah.
But I do remember the Prince things.
Oh yeah. So how's the tour been so far?
Oh, I mean, it's going good. I mean, it's an unfortunate thing. Some of us have been getting sick here and there throughout, you know. But other than that, the crowds and the shows have been really good.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So how did this tour come about, Dylan?
Well, I mean, you know, we're on Phil's label. You know, like 5 years ago, he told me he wanted to sign us, and that was one of the first things I thought. I was like, man, it'd be so cool if we could tour it down one day. But we patiently waited, I guess, and it took like, you know, we did a handful of shows with him, luckily, but we never got to tour with him. And then, so 4.5 years later, after Phil told us, he finally was able to get us on the tour with Down. So this is actually the third leg. We started in September with him, and did mainly East Coast and everything, and then we went to Europe with them for a few weeks, and now we're out here finishing the final leg out here, down to the final few shows. It's gonna be sad when it's over, because you know now it's been like over 40 shows with Down. How can you beat that?
You really can.
I know. So yeah, we're having a great time.
Oh, very cool. And I also noticed with your guys' new release, they actually have Phil on vocals.
Are you talking about the Destroy or the Split or
the Split. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, see what that is it's two songs by Warbeast exclusively only on the Split, on not any of the full lengths, and then it's two of Phil Anselmo's solo album songs. So that's what that is.
Oh, okay.
He's like helped me before and done little sneaky vocal things on some of our songs, but he's not actually singing. He helped me co-write the lyrics to one of our songs on this Split. It's called It. So yeah, me and Phil wrote the lyrics to It that's on the War of the Gargantuas. But no, he didn't do any vocals.
Oh, when I was listening to it, I could have sworn I heard Phil singing with you. But...
Well, we've snuck him in a couple times on the first album, and he does some sound clips on the new album that comes out in April. But
yeah, I did remember that.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about this tour is like it does seem very diverse. I mean, like you guys don't sound like Down, but it has a very good natural like metal sound all throughout the tour.
I know, and I think that might have been why it took so long, because back 4 or 5 years ago they were trying to match up bands with the same styles, you know. But now it's kind of become a cool thing to have a variety of metal during the shows, and I think that's going over really well because we're all so different, you know. All 3 bands playing tonight are so different in sounds, and it makes us all sound unique. And all we're there to do is to warm up the crowd for the main event, which is Down. You know? And surprisingly, even though we're nothing like Down, and the fans are very loyal and die hard to the Down sound, they've been very receptive and treated us pretty well.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, me too, because there's nothing worse than trying your best on stage and not getting any kind of reaction at all. But they seem to be liking our Texas thrash style of metal.
Oh, I know I definitely do.
Thank you, man.
Oh yeah, I've been a fan of you guys for a few years when I found out about you guys, and once I finally heard that you guys were coming to town, I was so excited and immediately had to try to come on for you guys.
Appreciate that, dude.
So what are your plans after this tour?
Well, the full length comes out early April. It's called Destroy, so we're really excited about that. And you're actually going to hear like 5 songs from the new album tonight, so you're going to get to hear like half the album. And I know there's a tour we're going out on in April that we just got confirmed for the other day. They haven't announced it officially, so I can't tell you who it's with. But we are going out in April for another tour to promote the new album. And another thing I think I can mention now is we're going to get to play Metal Masters 5 this year, which is that thing Phil does with all the guys from Slayer and Anthrax and all that. we're going to get to open that up. So we're really excited about that.
Oh, that'd be so cool if that came around here. I know it's only like a slight day. It's one show.
I think it's in Chicago this year.
Well, it's not too far of a drive.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Make your plans now.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, we can't beat that.
So, excluding the next upcoming tour that you guys are doing, what are some bands that you'd like to tour with in the future?
Well, obviously, for any thrash band, you got to mention Slayer first. You know, that would be the highlight. But we'd love to go out with any of the legendary old school thrash bands. That's where I'm from, is the 80s initial first wave of thrash. So Slayer, Exodus, Anthrax, Testament, you know, any of those we'd love to be out on tour. We already got to go out with Destruction, which is another band that's a big influence on us. So who knows, maybe we'll get lucky one day. And, you know, Lamb of God, any of the thrash, you know, bands we'd love to go out with.
Oh, yeah. Any of those bands that you mentioned would be great.
Yeah, and that's might be asking too much, but you know, if I could choose, that would be.
Cool. So just to wrap things up here, is there anything else that you'd like to mention that I have not brought up yet?
Well, of course, you know, I think so everybody's maybe heard about me losing my brother from Ring of Mortis, Mike Scotia. He's my best friend, and the only reason I'm even out here in a band touring is because of him. So this whole tour has been dedicated to him, and I just want to mention that I did start a fundraiser for Mike's wife and kids, and that if anybody would be willing to make a donation, it goes directly to his wife and kids. You can find a link on warbeast.org.
Very cool.
And, you know, there is a new Rigor Mortis album coming out as well sometime this summer, so I had to throw that in. Because it's going to be Mike's final work.
Oh, yeah.
So.
It's got to be out there for all the fans to hear.
Yeah. It's a great album. I think it's his finest guitar work I've ever heard of all of the material he's ever done. So I'm really proud that we got to do that with him.
I'm very glad to hear it, too. I was really hoping that there was going to be some either unreleased or full album coming out right just after the fact. But I'm glad to hear that's coming out.
Yeah, we've been in there mixing it, and so it's really hard for me, but I'm just glad we at least got that one last album with Mike. And then Warbeast will just be out touring all year long, you know, so try to catch us if you can. We appreciate all the fans, support, everything. We are nothing without our fans, so it means a lot. Love you guys.
I'm glad I could be here to support you guys tonight.
Thank you, my friend. I hope you enjoy the show. Let me know what you think of the new songs after you hear them tonight.
Oh, very much so. I can't wait for it.
Cool.
So once again, this has been Bruce from Warbeast, and this is that drummer guy, Josh Runquist. Thank you.
Awesome. Hell yeah, man.
Oh, thank you very much.
Not a problem, guys, man. It's my pleasure.